Well, this election divided the country, leaving many asking what's to happen next.
That's right. WBZ political analyst John Kelly's here this morning. And John, we want to know what the impact you think of Trump's win is.
Well, I think there's going to be some fairly immediate political impact, certainly. I mean, the Democratic Party has got to reassess a lot of the assumptions that have guided it over the last 3 or 4 decades, particularly the emphasis on identity politics, where you take groups who define themselves by their racial, ethnic, or sexual identity, hone in on their issues and excite them to support you and oppose the other party. Well, Donald Trump just proved two can play at that game. And the extent of the white vote that came out, there's no other way to describe it, was really the deciding factor in this race. Although, it should be noted, he did better among African-American and Latino voters than Mitt Romney did 4 years ago. After everything that was said, all the insults, all the episodes, that is something that I think political pundits and so forth are really going to be taking a close look at.
Massachusetts voters also had 4 ballot questions, 2 of which were very contentious.
Yeah, they were. And question 2, the Mass Teachers Association, their public sector union allies did a fantastic job of defining the terms of this debate, exploiting that aggressively, and won an overwhelming victory to continue to cap the number of charter schools in our inner cities. However, the problems that prompted the pressure to lift the cap remain. So, in a sense, the onus is now back on them to make more progress on raising test scores and at least equaling some of the achievements that charter schools have racked up over the years. Question 4, the marijuana legalization. We were one of a number of states that went that route last night. And you know what? It didn't really surprise me because of the nature of Massachusetts. It's a baby boomer-dominated political culture, and marijuana is sort of a common thing within the baby boom generation. All the colleges are here and so forth. So we'll see what happens. We are also a state that's grappling as much or more than any other state with a terrible drug addiction problem, the opioid crisis. And a lot of the critics of marijuana legalization made the point that it can be a gateway drug. Were they right or were they alarmist? I think we're about to find out.
And going back to question 2, charter schools real quick, you were saying this is a referendum really on Governor Charlie Baker because he really stuck his neck out for this and it's been defeated. What does it say about him and his role as governor?
In part, it was definitely a referendum on him, and keep in mind he was also a staunch opponent, along with other prominent pals and religious figures, of question 4. So he suffered a double loss last night, and add in a third factor for Baker to ponder going forward. He was one of the earliest prominent Republicans to basically say never Trump. And he stayed true to that word right up through blanking the presidential race on his ballot. At least that's what he said he did. Well, now Trump is the president-elect. It's a Republican-controlled Congress. Massachusetts relies heavily on federal cooperation with our funding, research grants, and so forth. That's a relationship he's going to have to fix.
All right. A rough morning for the governor indeed. John, thank you for coming in this morning.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.